Rick and Morty is a show that began in 2013 and has now run for 4 total seasons. What started as a gimmicky cartoon television show has now become an award-winning program with a cult following, with the self-given tagline of, "Only a show this smart could be this stupid." Rick and Morty is a show that follows the egocentric Rick Sanchez, scientist/grandfather, and his grandson, Morty Sanchez, on their daily extreme adventures with a featuring cast of the rest of the family. Throughout this show, they bring up serious lessons such as mortality, family, and science, and the balance within those, with an extreme edge to it. The show also has a darker side to it. One famous quote from it is by Morty Sanchez, who says, "Nobody exists on purpose, nobody belongs anywhere, everybody's gonna die." This is on the cusp of a grand self-realization by the character as he realizes all the infinite realities and all the opportunities that provides us in the human race. The show has many funny moments, but when it starts to talk about philosophy and life is where it truly does shine. The show also has an open conversation about the concept of death and thinking about it while we are alive and accepting the mortality factor and how that allows us to meditate on what we will do on this earth. But given its cartoony status, it does this in a hyper-realistic, sometimes funny way. The show also has fun taking inspiration from other films and television and all-around media to infuse it with both past and modern culture. The show, and also the company of Adult Swim, has allowed other artists to give their interpretation with having other fan-submitted works to be a part of the program, such as Japanese artists and also music videos. The relationship between Rick and Morty is where this show truly shines, where you have an older, somewhat pessimistic view from a scientist who has seen the world in ways nobody else has seen the variations of life and how it is infinite in his version, versus someone who is a little more arrogant and younger in Morty, who goes to school, enjoys his daily life, loves his family, but then is pulled into these wild adventures by his adrenaline-seeking grandfather. From the surface, the show is quirky and funny with a lot of pop culture references, but at a deeper look, you can see the heart and soul of the show, which is, some people might say, it doesn't have one from a scientist's perspective. It does its best to try and find the balance of everyone's lives and therefore the characters within the show, albeit under extreme measures. With the character of Rick Sanchez, you have a man who loves his family, albeit who has been abandoned in the beginning, but then comes back to make a better life with his daughter and therefore his grandchildren. But through that sees an opportunity to use his grandson to help him on his extreme adventures, pushing him to the limit. Through these quirky moments, we see the characters break down, have good moments, and albeit collapse as their characters are pushed to the limit. When we see them, even though we're looking at cartoons, we can justify what they're doing by understanding the people within the character, by seeing how they look at the world and seeing what they want to do and how they want to make it better. As an overall, this show is quite fun and funny, but when you take a look at it from the inside, it has great character structure, great character arcs, and mini arcs within those episodes that each season break down the characters more and more and show us a glimpse into the life of a scientist who has given and thrown away religion but still sees a purpose of life within it, even though it is from an extreme perspective.